Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our concert tonight. We are so pleased to present to you two exceptional programs. We'll begin tonight's concert with the Brewton Middle School Advanced Band. Our first song tonight is Mystery Bay March. This exciting march evokes the drama of a chase. During the days of Prohibition, the remote waters off northwest Washington's coast were frequently used by smugglers whose regular disappearance was categorized by the Coast Guard as mysterious, hence the name of the band. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Jacqueline Rhodes and the Brewton Middle School Advanced Band. Freefall is defined as pure energy, motion with no acceleration other than that provided by gravity. Utilizing contemporary compositional techniques such as tone clusters, driving ostinato patterns, simple but fast-paced melodies, and a full complement of percussion equipment, this unique high-energy composition will certainly give the listener the feeling of extreme velocity characterized by freefall. Windermere. This overture by James Swearingen is a staple in middle school literature and is frequently performed for contests and festivals. It is a typical overture. It begins with a fast-paced theme before slowing down for a legato section. The ending is a return to the original theme. We hope you enjoy Windermere.
Thank you for your attendance tonight. I hope you are enjoying our concert. I have a few people that I would like to acknowledge and say thanks. I would like to say thank you to the Board of Education and Dr. Varner for all of their continuous support for the arts here in Brewton City Schools. I would like to say thank you to Ms. Cade and Ms. Oliver for all that they do to support every day at Brewton Middle School, and I appreciate all that they do to make sure that joint rehearsals happen. I would like to say thank you to the band boosters for every hamburger that you grill, for every cookie dough order that you sort. I thank you. Nobody really knows until they get into it how complicated things can be, and I just thank you for all of the time and effort that you put into what you do. I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Turk for instilling a love of music into these students at such a young age. They miss you and they love you, and they tell Mr. Turk stories very often. I would like to say thank you to Mr. Haig. Mr. Russ Haig has not been coming to the school since the pandemic began, but I still email him frequently and send him recordings and say, okay, how would you fix this? What's your opinion? And he always is so gracious to answer me back. I'm just very thankful to have him as a mentor. I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Cornutt. Not everybody has a high school director that believes in the middle school program and that knows that it is the heartbeat of what the future is. And so I appreciate him and all that he does. I'd like to say thank you to my husband, because it's not easy being married to a band director. And sometimes date weekends include, let's go pick up xylophones and take him from the middle school to the high school. And he's okay with that. And he teaches me how to use ratchet straps so the percussion can live through the equipment truck. So I appreciate him and all that he does. I'd like to say thank you to the parents of the students on this stage, because you have invested so much monetarily and time-wise into your student, and I just thank you so much for entrusting me with your child, and thank you for trusting me with their music education. I'd like to say thank you to the students on this stage. It has been a trying 2 years, and they have exceeded every expectation that I've had. They have worked so hard and have just done so much for me within the class period, and I thank them. I'm going to miss these 8th graders tremendously next year. I would like to say thank you to Ms. Heather Ray for taking the students to All-State Band in my absence while I was in San Antonio with T.R. Miller Band. So thank you so much for making that happen so the students could still attend. And on that note, I would like to recognize our District Honor Band students. So when you hear your name, please stand, or in the case of Hannah, wave. Reese Barber, Chase Ellington, Brooks Jernigan, Hannah Quates, and Ethan Paget. All right, you may have a seat. And all state students, we have Reese Barber, Chase Ellington, and Ethan Paget. I'm very nervous to perform our final selection. I said I would never play it again. That's a ringing endorsement, huh? But here I am, eating my words. A few seniors from the T.R. Miller Band asked me to play it again. One of them spoke to me last March and requested it. Being the sophie that I am, I agreed to play it. I first played the piece in 2018. It was going incredibly well until part of my percussion section came down with the flu in April and had to miss the spring concert. There's 11 percussion parts in the piece, so all hands are on deck. I played it again in 2020 for MPA because I just wanted redemption and to be able to enjoy the piece more than I got to the first time. Why I thought performing it for music performance assessment would be less stressful, I'll never know. But we all know what happened in 2020, so we never got to play it for another spring concert. So since the seniors requested it, or a few of them did, I decided to bring it back. The next time I play it will be at my retirement in 2072, and they're great kids. The piece is entitled Prelude and Firestorm. It draws its title from the term firestorm, an intense and destructive fire in which strong currents of air are drawn into the blaze, causing it to burn more fiercely. Commissioned by the middle school bands of Houston County, Georgia, it opens with a slow and mysterious chorale in 3/4 time, then yields to relentless waves of firestorms, each one building in intensity, then receding, then rising again in a successive series of escalating passages, finally reaching a powerful and emphatic conclusion. This piece also features trumpet soloist Reese Barber. concert with our award-winning symphonic band under the direction of Mr. Brandon Cornutt. We will begin tonight's performance with Shepherd's Hay by Percy Grainger. Percy Grainger was an Australian-born composer, pianist, and champion of the saxophone and the concert band. Grainger was an innovative musician who anticipated many forms of 20th century music well before they became established by other composers. Shepherd's Hay is one of the most well-known compositions for band. Following Shepherd's Hay, the band will perform a gorgeous work in The Shining of the Stars by Robert Sheldon. Amazonas is a stately march with a distinctly Latin flavor. Amazonas follows traditional march form with an added repeat of the introduction and first two strains. Contrasting with many American circus and military marches, Amazonas displays beautiful flowing melodies and a gentle feel without the often heard bombastic flourishes. One of the most noticeable aspects of the piece is its use of double marimba in the trio. Following Amazonas, the band will perform Fantasy on Sakura Sakura. Sakura Sakura is perhaps the most famous of all Japanese folk songs. The setting was done as a gift from Ray Kramer to Musashino Academy of Music. Within a few months after the premiere, the manager of the wind ensemble died at an all too early age. Ray Kramer felt it was only fitting that this work be dedicated to his memory.
have a few things. Sorry, I have a few acknowledgments, and along the way, I will also acknowledge our seniors, and there are a lot of them, unfortunately. So it'll take me a minute to get through that. But before I get to the seniors, there's a few things I'd like to acknowledge. And so, for one, our Board of Education, Dr. Varner, and our school administration, both of which are here tonight. Mr. Alford, Ms. Watson are both with us tonight. We greatly do appreciate them joining us, and I'm sure there are other faculty members from both schools who are here. We appreciate all their support. We're so blessed to have a Board of Education that is so supportive of the fine arts. We are truly blessed. I know we probably sound like a broken record to you, but we wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. Also, specifically, I'd like to thank Representative Alan Baker. He's been such a supporter of the band, both groups, and his support has enabled us to purchase many of the instruments, particularly the percussion section. We are so blessed to have the stuff we have. And Sarju Patel is somebody who this year stepped up during marching season and rallied together some local businesses to make sure the band was able to have a meal before contest. It was unexpected. And so, Sarju Patel, we would certainly do appreciate her. Dr. Morgan reached out and gave a contribution to the band this year, and his contribution enabled about 4 kids, to go to San Antonio. And so we really appreciate Dr. Morgan doing that. And I thanked these people already during the year, but I just particularly wanted to make sure I thought about that. And we have other individuals in our community and foundations who, without their help, we would not be able to do the things that we do. That's just to put it, bluntly. They are such, all of them are such, they're so important to our community and to our band. And I just want to say thank you to them. Of course, Miss Rhodes, what a treasure Miss Rhodes is. We've been together now, I don't know, 100 years maybe, it feels like at times, but I am blessed to have Miss Rhodes as someone, as a confidant, and I'm so grateful that the kids, she came in today during the 7th period, and when she comes in, the kids are so excited to see her. And so that she has a special place with them. We certainly appreciate Miss Rhodes, and we all know that, we want her to know that. Mr. Turk, again, my son's favorite teacher. Hopefully one day I will attain to the level of Mr. Turk to my son. Before he started elementary school, he did not like music at all. It was a family, it was a tragedy. We had to hide it. People knew that my wife was a choir director, my daughter loved music, and my son would just zip his lip. But Mr. Turk has done something with him, and he loves music now. So thank you, Mr. Turk. And I know that he does that for all the students. And so we appreciate him and all he does. Our boosters are a hard-working group of people who largely stay behind the scenes. I know Ms. Rose acknowledged you, and I also as well. There's so many things that we could not do without them. They work so hard to make sure that the things about San Antonio happen. Anytime I need help, they're quick to be on the spot and make sure we have. And we're just so appreciative of them. And yes, the booster officers especially, but you don't have to be an officer to be vital, and there are several of you. Thank you so much for all the work you've done this year. So the students, of course, I do acknowledge the students. We have a great band. We have a very successful band. It is not something that we started. We stand on the shoulders of greatness, of those who came before. These kids take the mantle. They understand what they're to do, and they're there to meet the challenge. And the stuff we're playing, you don't just find anywhere. Now, I don't say that so that you'll come to me and tell me something about myself, but just so you know, these kids are playing, music that most bands just can't play. And band members know that. Johnny Folsom has been such a wonderful supporter and encourager, and Russ Hay, these guys, their opinions matter, and they support the kids, and they let me know how much they approve of the kids and the hard work they do. And so I say that to you because I believe you're sitting there and you feel like these kids have worked hard. Both groups have done a great job. And if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, well, am I wrong? No, you're not. They are great kids and they've done a great job. And I do appreciate these kids showing up and working hard every time. We had to have a Friday rehearsal last week. And that's not something that we like to do. No one likes to stay late on a Friday, and they were there. And there were no complaints. That's special. It truly is. We had a couple of kids make All-State this year. I'd like to recognize them. We had Anna Bishop, who made Blue Band, and we had Caleb Ray, who made Red Band. Now, I don't think Caleb Reno is going to announce it, but yeah, in hand. Keep standing. In addition to them, they were in district honor band, but in addition to that, we also had Abby Madden and Brewton Richardson, who were also in district honor band. So Abby and Brewton will stand up and be recognized. Give these ladies a round of applause. Somebody? Who? Oh, who? Alora. Yes, Alora. And Jacob, and neither was a boy, another boy. Yes. All right. Now, we talked about this. I told them they knew that I was going to forget something. And so, you know, sorry. And I might forget something here, but I have worked on this right here. So real quick, I'm going to run down our seniors and recognize them. Now, I always say we have the best and the smartest kids in school. If I tried to name off every accomplishment and every scholarship, we would have had to have gotten pizza, okay? So I'm just going to say where they're going, what their major is, and if they're going to continue to do music in college, I try to mention that as well because this is the band concert. So save your applause to the end to try to help this come along. So first off, Houston Hartley. Houston will attend Birmingham Southern College on a music scholarship and will major in business administration. Jacob Thalen. Jacob will attend JSU and march in the Marching Southerners. He has been awarded a music scholarship and will major in music education. Ashley Kane. Ashley will attend Wallace State and with a major in sonography. She has been awarded a music scholarship with a concert band. Sydney Lucas. Sydney will attend JSU, where she will major in nursing. She will also be a part of the Marching Southerners as a member of the elite marching ballerinas. Jeffrey Walker. Jeffrey will attend the University of South Alabama and will major in radiologic sciences. Colby Dayhoff. Colby plans to attend Coastal Alabama Community College and obtain a degree in general studies. Megan Kirkland. Megan plans to attend Lipscomb University in Nashville, Tennessee, where she will double major in theater and film production. Tatum Salter. Tatum will be attending the University of West Florida and majoring in marine biology. Troy Higdon. Troy will attend Coastal Alabama Community College and will major in computer science. Tristan Rayner. Tristan will attend Reed State and major in industrial electronics. Madison Unbehagen. Maddie will attend the University of South Florida and will major in psychology. Jackson Flores. Jackson will attend Mississippi State University and will major in kinesiology. You can ask him about it later. Ashaya Stallworth will attend Coastal Alabama Community College and will major in law. Emma Thompson. Emma will attend Coastal Alabama Community College and will major in general studies. Amaya Taylor. Amaya will attend Coastal Alabama Community College for 1 year and then will finish at Troy University while majoring in elementary education. Anna Bishop. Anna plans to attend Auburn University in the fall and will major in English. Sarah Hartley. Sarah will attend Birmingham Southern College and will major in elementary education. Annalie Tubbs. Annalie will attend UAB and will be majoring in clinical psychology. And last but not least, Kayla Wiggins. Kayla plans to attend Lincoln College of Technology in Nashville, Tennessee and major in automotive technology. Did I forget anyone? Okay, how about a hand for these kids? We are not happy to see them go. They've been a great group. We've had great kids in every grade, and you know, I hate to see these kids go. They were. This group of seniors, when they showed up, you know, Miss Rhodes tried to tell me that this was a class right here. She was like, "This is a class," and you know, and when I met them, there was just an excitement about them. There was just an energy about that class that never disappointed. You know, and I hate to see them go, but I know that they'll do great things. And I know that they've left a legacy behind. And I know that the juniors are capable of taking it and going further with it. And so we appreciate them. We appreciate you parents for sharing your children with us and trusting your children with us. And I hope that your time in the band has been a good time. I hope it's been an opportunity for parents and children to grow closer together and to have some good memories together. We try to be a wholesome thing, a decent thing. And I hope it's been that for you. We appreciate you parents, we appreciate your sacrifices, and we know for those of you whose kids be going off, this is a difficult time, we appreciate you sharing them with us. Our last piece tonight is at the strongholds of En-Gedi. The Old Testament book of 1 Samuel tells the story of King Saul's jealousy towards David. At this time, David had been selected to receive the kingship from Saul, but David would not challenge him for it. David said he respected Saul too much, one as the father of one of his wives. That's another story, right? But because he said he was God's anointed, wouldn't lay a hand on him. And so Saul would chase David through this area outside of Jerusalem, and it was a back and forth. David and his men, his army would hide, and Saul would chase them. And then eventually, David was able to sneak up on Saul and cut the hem of his robe to prove that he could have taken his life, but didn't. On seeing that, Saul said, "You're a more noble person than I am." And that was pretty much the end of that. And at that point, David and his men were able to stay in En-Gedi to be left alone. Didn't end up so well for Saul. You can read the Bible and find out. And things went pretty well for David after that, for the most part. But this right here, this song is the story of that chasing back and forth and eventual reconciliation between the two of them. That's the story behind this piece of music. We hope you enjoy At the Strongholds of En-Gedi.